and able to get some of those things to work on the end here. All of the other stuff is that sometimes we follow for us to do all these things. I guess it was well, maybe this is a second on WCG on the new one. In fact, I know one of the management from 1816. Hallicrafters 1816 is doing this I still have that. And it hasn't been on repair for a while, but it's still awesome. So he's got my own and he's built this house and all that stuff. So let me know how come it's still here.
Yes, okay, Jeff. W2NBC GW8TBG. Well, that's a nice call you've got. NBC, National Broadcast Company. Very, very good. Stand by, Jeff. I'm going to get back on time and hit standby. I've not had the transmitter on very long, and it does wander a little. Anyway, fine, excellent. Your signal's coming up to just peeking over the 9 with me, so no problem at all. Full QSB. That antenna you've got there at 220 feet and 100 feet high is certainly doing the business, putting a nice big lobe in my direction anyway. And yes, I told you probably quite right. You would know better than I do. HT37 would match up to the 10SX111. I've spoken to 1 or 2 people on 10 meters. I wouldn't mind having an HT37 to go by its side. Anyway, I'm going to change it a bit here and with a couple of other receivers that I've got. And you mentioned the R390A. Yes, I've done exactly the same as you. I've got my R390A in between Johnson Viking Valiant and the 32V3. So I really use that setup on 80 meters across here. Although I have used them on 10 meters, especially the Valiant and the R390A. I thought I'd give this old British transmitter a bit of an airing. And I'll certainly look up your pictures there on QRZ, Jeff. I drool over some of the stations, the setup that you have over there, with the big broadcast transmitters. Very interesting. I used to listen quite a lot on an FDR in Atlanta and Georgia. It is run by W4AX, but I don't seem to be able to get into it now, or I don't think it's on. But I used to be able to listen to a lot of the AM nets out there in the States on top band and 75 meters. Very interesting hearing all the different pieces of equipment coming on. The BC610, yes, I do know that one, although I've never owned one. But I've had a QSO with a number of amateurs over in the Netherlands. A number of them over there have got BC610s and a very nice piece of kit. And I think I've got a CD of the BC610, the construction of that, and the military version, the amateur version of it. Very interesting. So I'm very keen and enthusiastic about the old boat anchor kit there, Jeff. And I've also got a couple of snapshots of the set on QRZ. They're just poor quality pictures actually, but it gives an idea of the setup here. What else have I got here? I've got some, yes, got a TCS setup, TCS 12, a Bendix, a TA12B, and an RCA R88 and a DX100 setup in the other shack, and some other military gear World War II things, LM54 transmitter, 1155 receiver, 19 sets, 62 sets and sort of things. So that's the interest here, Jeff. And okay on Dave, yes, Dave and I have had many solicitors on here, and I think we were on for the best part of an hour yesterday, so conditions are absolutely superb between us. Okay, I'll put it back to you then, Jeff. Hopefully we've still got propagation. W2NBC GW8TBG, go ahead.
All right, Marvin. Let me just check my frequency here. I got to look around. Yeah, I'm 20 hertz off. W2TBG, W2NBC. I'm looking at your shack right now. By the way, with this R39A, I'm taking a 455 out just now. I don't always operate this way, but I've been taking 455 out and choosing to do an SDR properly. And I'm using Flex software to look at your signal, but now I'm just sitting here looking at your station. And I see exactly the internet's looking 32.3. You have the nice handles that I don't have. And your R390. And your value, it looks like, and your HQ. Well, what is that? With the speaker instead of the top, is that a 170? I'm not sure. But I'm looking at that part. And is the transmitter the one you're on now? Is it the one to the right of the middle picture? Or is it the one on the desk with the Edison receiver? Can you clarify that?
Yes, you're quite right. It's the second picture on the right-hand side, Jeff, with the long chrome handles and next to the TR4C. It's pretty compact here. I don't have a lot of room, but that is the transmitter I'm using at the moment. Jeff, go ahead.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's a nice looking transmitter. And the band is changing again. And by the way, I'm sure, I don't know if conditions, I think probably were better yesterday, from what I understand. So, again, I apologize for just the 100 watts and the kind of wacko antenna here, but, you know, I wish I had a couple, like 3 or 4 elements of,
They both got impressive boat anchor shacks.
What a nice looking station. I see the ICOM gear, you know, some of the older ICOMs, the Drake TR4C, and man, you've got some very nice stuff. And the Drake 2D, and there's a couple of, oh, there's the Bendix. I see the Bendix up there, and the TCS, I'm looking for that. Well, I'll find it. I'll get off this page because I could sit there all day and look at that. Looks great. Very nice indeed. Well, you know, collecting this stuff is one thing. You know, little stuff, you know, there are two ways about it. You get to a point of overload, and about a few years back, I had a flood, believe it or not. And I'm not in a flood zone, but a dam broke way up the mountain and about 3 or 4 miles away, and a whole bunch of water came down here and took out a whole bunch of stuff. But it made me realize that it was stuff that I probably wasn't going to use anyway. And you sort of kind of start over and you figure out what you want and use, and using it is the key, right? You know, you've got to use it or you lose it. So, anyway, the station looks great, and the signal is fantastic, and you're doing a great job. I'm going to go because the band is changing. I'm sure there are other guys here who'd love to talk to you with much louder signals than mine. So, anyway, 7-3, have a very nice day. And, by the way, it's quite cold here, and we had some snow in New York, and well, I mention the 75-meter nets you listen to. I'm almost embarrassed to, but some of those things can get very rowdy at night. You know, if you're listening sometimes at night and hearing some of the guys getting this could be interesting to listen to, I think. Anyway, so I'm a great team store, Morgan, and again, thank you so much for coming back and keep us GW8TBG, this is W2NBC.
Yes, okay, W2NBC GW8TBG, getting back, stand by. Alright, there we are, we're near enough anyway. Okay, all received, Jeff, but signal's going down now. And yes, it's HQ180, and the speaker doesn't work in it, I disconnected that. I'm waiting for Clark to come along, so but that's the way I picked it up. It's very, very difficult to get over that sort of gear over here. And okay, in the brake equipment, yes, I really like brake, the TR4C, the 2V. The TCS isn't in the picture yet. I've got some more pictures to put on, Jeff, on the site. So that isn't in the picture as yet. Okay then, Jeff, I'll let you get away, and the conditions are changing. Many thanks for the nice report. And hope to catch you again at some time. Sorry, yes, I'm not afraid damage. Sorry to hear that. But anyway, you've got to over that, and it's a great pity when some very nice equipment gets taken out. Okay then, Jeff, I wish you healthy and all the best for the coming Christmas season and New Year, and hopefully we can do this again at some time. I'll certainly look forward to that. So thanks for now from South Wales, the W2NBC, the GW8TBG.
Thank you.
Alpha 3 Romeo Echo.
Hello, Peter. I think you're calling me. How are you today, Peter? Radio Echo, GW8TBG.
Yeah, conditions are seem to be fading off, but I did want to get in here and say hello to you, Mervyn. Well, things are better today for me than they were yesterday. I got caught driving home from work in the snowstorm, and that was not a whole lot of fun. So today we have snow on the ground, and it's very cold. It's probably about -4, -5 Celsius, something like that. About 18 degrees Fahrenheit. How's things on your end there, Mervyn? GW8TBG AA3RE.
Yes, okay, Peter. Alpha 3 GW8TBG. Okay, Peter. Well, nice to hear you, and quite a nice signal, but not your usual big signal with me. Conditions are not at their best as yet. Anyway, the main thing, I'm expecting every word from you, Peter, and wonder what you want to do, whether it's the multi-Elmac or because you told me you're working on the other B&W kit. So weather here, absolutely a great day today. We've got some sunshine and blue sky, some frost this morning, but it's very mild, and I've been out this morning visiting my daughter, and it was very pleasant driving the car. So nothing like you have there, Peter. So sorry to hear about the snow and the very cold weather. But it's very seasonal, I must say. And I don't think we can have any snow before Christmas or over Christmas anyway, according to the long range weather. So take care there and keep warm, Peter, and be careful with the driving. Alpha 3, Radio Echo, GW8TBG, go ahead.
Yeah, okay there, Mervyn. Fine. Well, it's winter time, you know, Actually, it's not winter yet officially, not till I think the 21st. So we're still in official autumn right now. We've already had 2 snowstorms. Going to have a 3rd snowstorm on Saturday, and it's not even winter time yet. So I don't know. Well, I guess it's going to be a snow-filled, frosty winter this year, Mervyn, on this side. It was not fun. I got caught in that snowstorm, and got to take some back roads to get to my QTH here. And I only have a little puddle jumper car with front wheel drive, and it didn't do so well on the snow. But I got home. It just took me a while. Slow going, you know, no rush. I get here when I get here. But I did want to let you know I managed to get home in time, and sometimes I'll run into an interesting QSO or conditions on the bands, and I'll get my video recorder going. So I want to let you know I recorded you yesterday in QSO with W2VW. and that is up on YouTube. So if you just punch in your call sign with W2VW, you should be able to see the video of that. As well as today, I made a couple of QSOs in here, one to Italy and then another to Finland from this side, and then came across you and Jeff there just talking, and I started recording because I was copying him very well on backscatter. So conditions have started to change. He actually started to come up, and your signal is coming down. When I first tuned into you, you were 10 to 20 over 9 here, and then conditions faded around. So I did want to let you know that you could see how you sound on this side the last couple of days on YouTube there. You can see the whole thing and see the Hallicrafters R274D in action, Mervyn. Let's see if we haven't lost you yet. GW8TBG, AA3RE.
Yes, AA3RE, GW8TBG. Okay, Peter. Yes, well, driving in the snow, I never... In my employment, I was on the road all day, you know, and visiting customers. And run into some very difficult situations on times with snow. So I'm glad I don't have to do that now. I only go out when I need to. Peter, to a while now, so I don't have to drive in those conditions. Mind, having said that, we don't get anything winters like you have over there, and I've seen they put things on our local news on some of the weather conditions that you have over there. So it's far more severe than anything that we have to put up with. But I guess if your winters are, and you know, normally perhaps you do get sort of acclimatized to them, but you have to be very careful in the snow. So take care, Peter. Okay, I'll have a look on YouTube and I'll have a look. And your signal now, you're coming up to about a 5 and 9 with me, Peter, but with lots of rapid deep QSB, so the band is very unstable. Very good. Okay, on Dave, yes, had a long QSO with Dave yesterday, and he was very strong here. And of course yourself, you've some really very strong on times. Anyway, hopefully conditions will pick up a little again, Peter. See here the band open. Right, I'll put it back. I'm running the same kit they spoke to you last time. I'll have to put one of my other transmitters on the call-ins or something before the band closes this season. So give transmitters. Although I do use them a great deal on meters. Okay, back to you then, Peter. Hopefully the band is still holding up for us. Alpha 3 Radio Echo. The GW8TBG listening, over.
Yeah, okay there, Mervyn. Yeah, the band is holding up high. It's you peak up to 5 and 9, but there's a deep fade, deep QSB. I haven't lost a thing, but you're not as strong as when I first picked you up today. The band is a bit unstable. It's all over the place, but copying you 100%, Mervyn. Very fine on taking care on the roadways. That's how I got back home yesterday. A little late, but I got here. So it is a bit challenging, and we don't normally have winter starting off this early. Usually it's not till January, February that we get our really bad weather, and we're already getting it now before Christmas time. So it's starting off brutal and early. All right, we won't hold you up today, Mervyn, too long. We'll look for you tomorrow. Tomorrow being my Friday on the work week, and I'll have time to get in here, and we should have good conditions tomorrow. I got to go tend the dogs right now, and this video here is almost done, and after I tend the dogs I'll upload this one onto YouTube and you can take a look. The other one from yesterday is already there, so just keep a watch and you know, keep checking back, and it'll pop up there if you know, you don't get it right away. So I certainly enjoyed the QSO with you today, Mervyn, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow. By the way, I am running the amplifier today. I got the 250 TH tubes on, running a couple of 100 watts carrier. I figured I might need to punch through as conditions were fading off. So we'll let you wrap it up, Mervyn. Pleasure talking to you today. Good to hear the old kit on the air. And I was scrolling through the pictures and some fine equipment. And as Jeff said, it can reach a point of overload. So I'm going to kind of keep it in some sort of check here for a little while. I do have the transformers out for rewind right now on the B&W. So it's sort of under repair. And I hope to have that thing fully back on the air within at least a month's time. But in the meantime, the multi-Elmac is doing me a fine business over here. I'm enjoying the multi-Elmac. Everybody seems to like it. I actually talked to a guy in Spain 2 days ago, and he was using a multi-Elmac AF67. Alright there, Mervyn. We'll let you tie the ribbon up, and hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow. GW8TBG AA3RE.
Delta Echo November stroke mobile. Keep an eye on YouTube and I'll be checking it later.